Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Perplexed and confused dodgy airline pilot here. And today's video is just an update on how I'm going with this incredible CRJ study level airliner. Yes, I got my pilot's hat on today. I know I look like a proper goofball, but you know, I bought it at a cheap sort of novelty gift shop. They're pilot hats there. Maybe I'll buy a few more. Maybe I'll give them away on the channel. Anyone here would like a pilot's hat? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe I should give some away on the channel just to have some fun. Why not? Now, how am I going with this? I'll turn off my ugly dial here so you can see all these switches. It is an amazing plane, beautifully rendered, absolutely marvelous, a beautiful model. But it is study level, like I said, and boy, is it really making my brain smoke. It really is. I can't get into the FMS. I've learned a little bit, so I have started work on the FMS. But I think I have figured out how to start it up, and I think I can taxi as well. So we're going to try and do that today. And if I'm doing things wrong, or I'm doing things in the wrong order, let me know in the comments so that I can improve, and let's get it right, shall we? Let's really get this thing right. Okay, now I'm going to put it in the ready for startup mode because that's about as far as I've got. I'm doing it in pieces, you see. How do you eat an elephant? Well, one bite at a time. So I've taken one bite of this elephant and I've managed to figure out how to start it up. But saying that, you tell me if I'm doing it wrong or in the wrong order of things, and then I can work on it again and we'll get it spot on eventually, okay? So today is just about the startup and pushback and taxi. Probably from where I'm parked I don't need a pushback, but I'll do one anyway, just to sort of go through the actual startup and departure process. Hopefully I can remember everything. I don't have a tutorial open or any notes in front of me. It's just going by memory. So hopefully my brain won't smoke up too much and I can get it done. It may not be pretty and it may not be smooth and fast, but I will have a go. Appreciate your comments, guys. I've had some wonderful comments and it's worth going back and reading them, even for you guys if you have time. Very encouraging, very inspiring for those of you who have also had this aircraft and you've worked away on it, you've persevered, and you've really achieved something special and you can fly it. And it is something to be proud of, I believe. It's a good achievement. So I'll continue working away on it. I have had a couple of crash to desktops, which is not nice. It's happened 2 or 3 times. If it happens a few more times, I'm afraid I'll have to park this beast up in the hangar for a while until we get some more updates or until I've figured out how to fix it. Hopefully we'll get through this little video today without any crash to desktops. So we're ready for startup, but I think what we should do now is go through do a pushback, take out the chocks from the wheels. All the doors are closed, our external power is disconnected. So we can require some pushback here. And then I'll go through a startup and then we'll try and taxi to the active runway. I don't know if we'll take off or go anywhere because that could be a total comedy show. It's a lesson for me. It's a learning procedure. But for you guys out there, it's entertainment. It's a comedy show. But I'm sure I'll get there if I persevere. We all make mistakes and we've all got to learn, eh? We're all in the same boat or in the same plane. Sometimes, maybe. Hi, John. John's doing the pushback today. He's a great guy. Funny. Oh, he makes you laugh. He knows some really funny jokes, this guy, I tell you. Can't remember any off the top of my head, but boy, is he a clown. He's a real clown. Thanks, John. Thanks, John. Yeah, he does a great job. He's a good pushback engineer. Let's have a look. Here we are on the outside. Look at the plane. Look at the modeling of this plane. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's not my favorite plane as far as the way it looks. I prefer the 737. But as far as modeling goes, rendering and textures, it is absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Where's John? There's John. Okay. It should be far enough for the pushback. Thank you, mate. Cheers. See you later. Say hello to the kids for me. Cheers. Now, where is the runway, actually? Oh, behind us. So if we go back over there... Oh, no, we go down there. That's right. We're at San Diego, our home base, and we're going to go down there to the active runway. We're going to practice starting up, and we're going to practice our taxiing skills. Not sure if it'll be successful, but let's go. Let's give it a crack. And I'll just show you what I've learnt so far. Whether it be right or not, I'll leave it to you. Okay, we're going to go up here first. I think I've assigned a button to that. There we go. And I'm going to turn on the fuel pumps. And I'm going to turn on the beacon while we're going through our startup procedure. Okay, my mind is still going blank sometimes. Now, these two here, these two buttons are to start up the engine, these two are to shut them down. We're going to start with the right engine first. All our main batteries and power is all on for us already. Our co-pilot has done all the checks. So he's very kindly got it ready and got it to the stage where we can just start the engine. So I'll hit the right engine start up button. We come down here and we have a look at the engine starting up here, the pressure building up here. When it gets to 20, I'm going to flick a switch down on the throttle quadrant. 17, 16, 19, 20. So I come down here and I flick that switch there, and I also take the throttles up to the idle position, back a little bit, back into the idle position, and we should see that engine coming up and powering up there like that. Okay, now I'm going to hit the left start up engine, start engine switch, come down here, check it on here, and you can see the numbers coming up here as it builds up its pressure. When that gets to 20, I will flick the switch down on the throttle quadrant, and that will feed fuel and it will start up the left engine. 20. Okay, so let's come down here, flick up that switch, and we should see our engine spooling up there. There we go, our engines are running out there. Looks beautiful. Okay, so we're in here. We've got some other things to do as well. We've got to come down here, lift up the armrest, and we come down here. We need to turn on this, the trim stabilizer, and the yaw dampers. Flick those on. And I think we can come up here now and turn off the APU. APU, can turn that off. Okay, so we've done our pushback, we've started our engines, and at this stage I think we're ready to taxi. We can turn on our taxi lights. Turn on our taxi lights. Can't quite see them here very well. Taxi lights, okay. Could probably turn on a few other lights too if we wanted to. Okay, so let's have a crack at taxiing. Now that's my startup procedure there. If you've got anything to add, if I've done things in the wrong order or there's something I've missed, please leave it in the comments so that I can learn to do it properly and I'll get it spot on. So that'd be quite nice to know that I've got at least one stage of flying this plane correct. Now to taxi, we're going to bring up our throttles. We want to taxi around about 15 knots. Going to bring my throttle up to around about halfway up here, but not halfway, just a little bit under halfway on the quadrant there. And we'll use our rudders to steer the plane. and we'll head over towards the taxiway, and we'll head down to the active runway. So far so good, no hiccups, no crashes to desktop, but I am a little bit nervous about this. The whole world is watching me as I try and learn these new skills on this CRJ. Now there are some experienced CRJ pilots watching this. You're probably having a good laugh, but feel free to make a comment. Always welcome to leave a helpful comment. Don't just click the thumbs down if you don't like it. Be constructive and tell me why, if there's something you don't like or something I'm doing wrong. Very happy. Okay, I can't really see my speed from here. I think I must be doing... how fast am I going? Is that 40 knots? Oh my gosh. Shouldn't be doing 40 knots, if I'm right. I'm quite close to the ground in this aircraft, so it can seem a lot faster. It feels a lot faster than what you're actually doing because you're so low to the ground at the front on this cockpit. Try and bring my speed down a little bit. Couldn't really see it from where I'm sitting. Looks beautiful, doesn't it, this model? Really nice. It'll be a really satisfying feeling to be able to start it up and fly from A to B, use the autopilot, do an ILS landing. It would be really satisfying. I'm looking forward to that eventually, but we'll just learn one little part at a time. Today it's about the startup and taxiing to the active runway. If I can do that successfully, or in a roundabout kind of a way. I've achieved something anyway in the last few days. Come round onto the active runway. I don't think I came on at the right place. Maybe I should have gone further down, actually. Not sure if this would be enough space to actually take off. Anyway, there we are. There we are, guys. I've done a startup and I've taxied to the active runway. Whoa! For my little brain, that is quite an achievement, I tell you. Oh dear. Sad, isn't it? Very sad. But anyway, I'm going to keep working on this and I will show you my progress as I go. And make any comments that you feel you want to make down below, because I'd like to get this little stage correct before I really start working on the next one. So I look forward to your comments and helpful tips. Remember, I'm just working on the startup and the taxi to the active runway. Maybe in the next video we will try a startup from cold and dark. What do you reckon? Is that too ambitious? Is that too much to hope for? Is there much difference from starting in cold and dark to starting ready for startup? Is there much difference between the two? Let me know in the comments, and maybe I have a go at starting from cold and dark next time. If I'm feeling really bright and sharp, I may have a crack at it. Thanks for watching, guys. You have a wonderful day. Stay safe. And welcome and thank you to all the new subscribers. Hope you enjoy the channel. Hope you get some enjoyment and some entertainment out of watching this dummy stumble and bumble his way through little flight school here. Cheers, guys. See you next time.